Hey, Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Wakaka. All right, so I'm going in. Hey, that's the spirit, 4644, man. All right, on the Somalians donations, because mercy is coming in the time of the chip. You know, I was holding on to this lesson maybe for a few hours. You know, I wanted to go into earlier, but I got caught up in some other shit. So the spirit was like, all right, and now we can do it, man. Cause the Shedemite woman, man. I mean, this is the damn devil right here. All right, here it is. She looks like she's on meth, crack, cocaine, whatever hard drug you could think of. She's on it, man. All right, but them, you know, people that appear to be Hamites, some Somalians, they only got 5K donations, but the Shedemite devil, she got 100,000 in donations, man. Why? Cause Esau, really, he's sick of you niggas, man. You know, but they call it black fatigue. All right, so they know that their queendom is slipping, out of their hands. They know that they have no more power here. You know, unless they go to their elitists for help. And that's a very hard thing for the everyday Edomite to do, right? Unless he's very well connected. So, she's working at Cinnabon, which she look like she's about my age. All right. She look like she's in her, late 30s, 40s. You know what I'm saying? And she's working that's an entry level job. So it goes to show you how down bad the economy is, even for this so-called white woman. But she's like you know, she look like a Edomite woman that stay in them fucking dive bars, them hole in the wall bars / pool halls looking for drugs. Willing to give some of them Edomite devil men some slobbies. She's not even attractive. It is. Majority of Edomite women, have a decent look to them, right? Because they're in rulership. They ain't catching hell like, our woman. Even though our woman, you know, they're over us in the society, but they still catching hell too, right? Because they're Israelites, so-called Negro, Latina, Native American woman. But here it is. She's in her arrest and she's working a minuscule. Not a knock to brothers that may work at Cinnabon or any fast food type of situations, but this is her rest. She's supposed to be like way above that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not working a job that a teenager will work, right? So, they saying that she was intimidated. Because, it's hard to tell what really went down because there's a lot of censoring, a lot of cuts in that video. So I'm sure them Somalian Hamites was talking shit. Ham is very proud, man, all right? So, they just, she's used to fighting for drugs and liquor and whatever madness she's into. She's used to fighting for it. Look at how she's pointing. She looks just like fucking Trump. She's one of the tough girl Edomites, man. All right. So she got 10% on her way to $1 million. Like she, if they let this shit ride out, she'll have $1 million. All right. And she even called them guys, the Somalians, a hard R, right? She called them a near her, So she really hates Jakes. I mean, she said it confidently, comfortably, because she knows there's no repercussions besides losing her bullshit job. Which she wanted to lose that job anyway. More than likely, she was tired of that job anyway, okay? So let me get this precept. This is Psalm 73:5. They are not in trouble as other men. neither are they plagued like other men. All right. So the Edomite male and woman and the she devil like her, they are not plagued like other men. All right. This is proof. She gets fired from her job and walks away with $100,000. Even my bullshit ass job that I used to have, I was there for years. And when I got laid off, I asked for a severance pay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, y'all gotta give me some. I've been here for a while, so I had to wait. They reviewed it, sent me a paper saying that I can't sue them, and the shit was only for like $5,000. It's only $5,000, man. Like all that money I brought them fucking nigga woman that owned the company only got 5 bands, man. She could at least gave me 10, man. 10 would have been. But I just took it, man. Like fuck it. It's better than nothing, 5 bands. But then, I'm expecting to get the 5 bands, but then when I get my paycheck, taxes took like 1,700. So I really got like 3 bands, so like 3,300. All right. Which that ain't last long. That might have last like a couple months. Because, I still got bills. I still got this and that. Unemployment don't pay you enough. That shit is only like goddamn 1,800 a month. So, the society is just full of bags with holes. But, the Edomite male and woman that, has access to money, their bags ain't filled with holes, man, I was jumped to 4, or actually 3, 4. I was in Reus at the fullest when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. You got 3 classifications of men: the sons of God, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners on their father's side, right? The sons of men, the heathen nations outside of the so-called white man, and then you got the sons of the wicked, the so-called white man. All right, so they prospering in the society, hand over fist, thumb over bands, man. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Even when they die, Esau have like a $5-10 million inheritance passed to his children. So, because he knows in the spirit, even though he's a demon, he knows in the spirit that, yeah, I gotta leave something for my kids just in case if I come back. You know what I'm saying? Just in case to keep the family prosperous. Gotta have these houses, that way when I die, I could start selling them and, my kids will prosper and so forth. So he knows, about inheritance, man. All right, Jake don't know about inheritance, man. Most Jake, they ain't got life insurance. They ain't got assets to pass down to their children, They just living day by day, man. Verse 6, therefore pride compasseth them as about as a chain, and violence covered them as a garment. I promise you, this Edomite devil, all right, if she had, let me see, Salaki. Yeah, if she had a pistol on her, man, if she had a PP or pew-pew, whatever they call that shit, if she had a pew-pew on her, right, she would have shot that bitch. She would have shot them heathens, I'm telling you. Because she even did the wrestling animation. That's how I know she's around my age. Because he did the little triple X, the little socket. I'm like, bitch. I'm looking at her like, bitch, we're in 2025, not '05. She's doing wrestling taunt moves from '05. She said, suck it. Suck it. I ain't gonna play the video because it was verbally graphic. And the Hamite said, suck what? Right? Because these women, even the Edomite woman, the Shedamite devil, She learned it from the black woman. They got penis envy. They wish they had a rod. You know what I'm saying? They wish they had some type of authority, okay? So don't be surprised, you know, after this incident, which it could have been a hoax. You got a lot of fake news on the internet. This could have been a hoax, you know. She could have been some type of operative, you know, pushing the agenda. Okay. Or she could have, this could have really went down, which I believe it really went down. But, you know, you still gotta leave some room for leverage, because this devil, man, he knows his time is short. All right. So they may change the whole, you know, process of GoFundMe and shit. You know, look, if you were caught doing some type of hate speech, which the Edomite woman did, then, you know, you can't get any donations. They could, because they cancel scammers' donations on GoFundMe. So why don't they cancel, you know, person? She said, yes, I am racist in the video, which you could easily look this video up. It's all over the internet. It's over Twitter, TikTok, and so forth. But I guess to get the uncensored version, you're gonna have to go on Twitter or Instagram. You know, this video, you know, it's garnered tens of millions of views, probably 100 million views globally. Okay, because, you know, you gotta factor in the dark web views as well too. All right. It says Google Crystal Wowsy or Wilsey, and you'll learn more about her. So let's Google that. Crystal Wilsey. Let's look up her age. I think she's close to my age. Yeah. Yeah, 43 years old. I'm on the money. Born the exact same year as me and everything. You know, and it's sad because you got people my age working entry-level jobs, man. You know. Yeah, this is the video here. I'm gonna see how graphic it is.
Water on you? I am racist.
So idiot.
Alright, so
Are you recording?
I'm gonna record you. Yes.
Do you want me to throw water on you?
So idiot. For
And
real.
you are an
idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruined your life, by the way. Oh, you talking about respect? You talking about respect? You are fired from this place, man. You're not gonna be working here.
The TikTok video shows the Cinnabon worker Inish Wabadan making offensive statements and gestures and calling herself a racist. The person who posted the video says she started recording after the employee started making derogatory statements about her hijab, the headscarf that many Muslim women wear. In a statement tonight, Cinnabon said, quote, the individual seen in the video was immediately terminated by the...
yeah, so yeah, Edomites donating because Edomites got money, you know.
Did you know 40%
White women.
And then she's mocking
Are
the
you
hijab,
recording?
which the hijab is really come from us, you know, the Israelites, because scripture goes into women having their head covered, all right? So she lives in Green Bay, Wisconsin, man, which ain't nothing good comes from Green Bay, you know, home of the Packers, you know, home of the Masons, because you look at the Packers logo on that helmet, it goes back to masonry, that G, and the only thing it's missing is the compass in the square, all right? So it's, you know, this demon, you know, she's gonna go into slavery, all right? And them same Hamites, if they, you know, are indeed Hamites she was making fun of, they're gonna be taskmasters over her, man. You know, in the kingdom of heaven. Which they could get her on this side. Like now she's really has to lay low. She can't go out because, you know, niggas think they Hamites. They think they Africans. So, you know, you got niggas that want to smoke her ass, off her ass. So-called black woman. Hey, this is another video where Eve pulled up, which I'll probably do that on another lesson. Eve pulled up on the Edomite allegedly over a comment board reference he made, man. So, hey, man, the love of many is waxing cold. I'm going to get that too. I'll probably end with that, man. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish, man. But this lady, she just had to come up here. She went from making minimum wage, 15, 18, $20 an hour to just making 100K overnight, man. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yeah, she's speaking loftily. She's like, yeah, I'm white. You're beneath me. Do you want some water? Meaning, because, you know, the average Edomite, they think having dark skin is an unclean thing, man. That's why she said, you want some water? You know, I know what she meant by that. It's not to drink. Basically mean to wash your skin. You wash your dark skin. That's how they look at it. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Yeah, they say that the Most High Son, the angels, are all so-called white men, and so forth, man. You know, they really think that, man. All right, and this is a Edomite born in 82. Right. You know, still probably just came out of jail. You know, she's a single mom, more than likely. Single Edomite mom. Showing you the curses come upon an enemy. You know, that's a common thing nowadays, having a single Edomite mom prowling around town. Because those are dangers of society, man. You know, a single mom. I'm not talking about you sisters, but, you know, I'm talking about these 2/3 and heathens, man. Because they raising ticking time bombs, you know. Especially if they have a son. The son's a ticking time bomb, man. Because he has no structure, no dad in the home. He's seeing niggas come in and out his life that don't give a damn about him, just want to get some box from the mom. Alright, so, how does scripture go again? Wax code. So let me look up wax. Salakia. I forget the exact. I think it's around 12. Yep. It's Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, iniquity is at an all-time high, right? LGBT-isms, PDF-isms, you know, whatever you can think of, tattoos, adultery, of course, running rampant. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So it's a part of the love waxing cold. Here it is. They supposed to be on the same team. They supposed to hate Jake, man, right? But they, you know, these are heathens that hate each other. The Esau and the Hamite, man. All right. And her GoFundMe stand with Crystal, man. Which she, you know, she looked human, you know, in this picture. Let me see. She looks somewhat human here, but you could clearly see the demons on her, man. You know, you clearly see she hate niggas, man. You know, she mad that, you know, she lost that BBC, you know, 20 years ago when she looked, you know, when she was young and looked like a human. She's mad she lost that shit, you know. Or she's mad that the football team can't run a train on her no more. Nobody wants her old ass. So, you know, her 43 middle-aged ass, man. All right. Because we all know the Edomite woman aged like shit. And this looked like a wig on her head. Or if not, it's highly bleached. You know, that ain't her real hair color, man. You know. So I'm going to end it there till next time.